everybody, welcome back to another video with ElectraSoul. If you're new to my channel, I'm a psychic medium, a spiritual life coach, and just a spiritual bitch putting everybody on. What I intend to do is teach people that God and Jesus and the universe coexist as one. Now today in this video, guys, I'm going to be talking about something that I feel like I should have been talked about. Honestly, I've been wanting to make this video for a while, but I'm glad that now I finally have the chance, because this video is going to be about what it's like having spiritual beliefs while you are using the law of assumption. Okay, so if you believe in God, if you believe in the universe, if you believe in having angels, like all the spiritual stuff, which y'all probably know that I'm very much a part of, considering the fact that my entire brand and me is a part of the spiritual world. I just want to share with y'all that it is definitely possible for you to be very spiritual while using the law of assumption, because y'all know that with the law of assumption, absolutely nothing goes unless you say that it does. So in order for all of these spiritual things to happen, or whatever it is, you would have to give it power for that to occur in your life. Okay, so with that being said, we're gonna get started right now, because I really want to tell you about it, because y'all know we be riding with 444, 888, 111, bitch. You know I'm with the angel numbers, like nothing's gonna change as far as that. But with that being said, basically what it is to be spiritual within the law of assumption, it is all a choice. Okay, so with that being said, if you believe in God, if you believe in the universe, if you believe in whatever it is that you believe in order for anything outside of you to have power, while keeping in mind that God, the universe, everything like that is already inside of you, so basically you're just harnessing the power that's already there to use to your advantage. But anyway, all of these things to me are very much real. Okay, so despite the fact that of course there are millions of angels, there are angel signs everywhere, you can tell the future, like whatever it is, being a psychic medium, you already know that I do that. That's like a part of my being. I have a love for spirituality. It is what it is, honestly speaking. Even with the law of assumption, like I said, that with using this law, you would have to be the one to be like, okay God, please step in and give me some of your guidance, whatever it is, you know, because in order for that being to help you out, you would have to give it permission. That goes for literally every single thing in your life. So I definitely think about the fact that, okay, in order for angels to come into my life, in order for me to get angel numbers, whatever it is, all of these signs, I would have to ask for them and then they would appear, right? So with that being said, because I do give that permission to come into my life in that way, it always does. I always see signs, I always feel like I get messages, whatever it is. I even get downloads, like I hear spirit talking to me, all of that stuff. But the point here is that it is something that I give permission to occur. Okay, so if you are somebody who's using the law of assumption and you don't want anything outside of you to determine anything for you, if you don't want to see the signs, if you don't want to hear anything, you don't have to listen to it. Like you literally do not have to deal with any of that stuff within your life if you don't want to. Believing in all the things that I believe in, which again, God, Jesus, the universe, stars, angels, astrology, all that stuff is all a choice. All right, even with me being a Capricorn, bitch, you think that I have to let me being a Capricorn determine everything for me? Do y'all really think that my transits need to mean anything if I don't want them to? If I don't want certain placements to matter, if I don't want certain aspects to matter, then they're not gonna matter because I don't want them to. Understand that everything in your life only has control if you give it that control. The only thing that you're doing is giving power to things that you want to give power to. So if you don't want to give power to things outside of you, then like I said before, don't do that. There's absolutely nothing in this world that has to determine anything for you. And I say this very strongly because honestly, guys, a lot of people use religion or whatever it is that they believe in to make excuses in their lives so that they don't have to do a certain thing, or you know, this happened to me so I can't do this. No, bitch, like the only thing in this world that's gonna hold you back from getting what you want is you. I'm sorry to break it to you. So no matter what it is that you've been through, no matter what it is that you've seen, or even what the fuck you've been hearing your whole life, none of it can affect you unless you allow it to affect you. And I've seen that for myself, guys. Like even me, I have been through some points in my life where I let my outside circumstances affect me. It's kind of like paying attention to the 3D and letting the 3D affect you. Like that is a choice, baby girl. Shit, just like that within the law of assumption, you're affirming for what it is that you want, right? You're not gonna look outside of yourself to get confirmation, because then you're letting the outside sources determine everything for you. Why are you looking outside of yourself? If you don't want anything outside of you to matter, it doesn't have to matter. So although yeah, I do be over here preaching about angel numbers and all these signs and look at this and look at that, I do it because I love it. I do it because I allow for the angels to have some sort of power or control in my life in terms of giving me advice or guidance or whatever it is. It's not because, all right, the law isn't real and angels are actually the ones who are in control and you're not. Like that's not how it is. How it is I ask God, the universe, angels, please give me signs whenever I need them. If you guys feel like there's something that you could divinely intervene into when you feel like I need the help, go ahead and do that. Y'all see, like that is literally a choice. There was a period of time within me using the law of assumption that I actually asked God to not divinely intervene into anything. I was just like, you can watch from a distance, I'm gonna just do my thing and whatever happens happens, right? Of course with the law, absolutely nothing ever goes wrong, period, because that's what I want. But then after some time I felt kind of lonely, because I was like, I love the feeling of feeling that guidance, of feeling that love, whatever it is. So I was just like, God, can you please start divinely intervening when you feel like you should? Like whatever it is, you feel me? But it's not a necessity. That wasn't something that I had to say, God, please intervene because I need you to do something. No, bitch, I'm I'm the one who's gonna do something about it. Like, God is inside of me. Me asking for those signs is literally me manifesting the fact that those signs are coming into my life, right? The perfect signs at the perfect time. I manifested all of that. If I want something to be exposed to me, I'm gonna ask God to show it to me. If I want that divine intervention, that is completely up to me. That is my choice to ask for. Y'all do not have to sit around and say, okay, these outside circumstances affect me. All right, my angel said this, so I can't do it. This and that. Bitch, no. If you don't want things to be that way, then don't allow for them to be that way. Y'all know I am a psychic medium, so I do speak to spirit. I talk to God every single freaking day. Back when I used to let my ego affect me, I would ask God, is this outcome gonna turn out the way that I wanted to? Is this gonna happen the way that I wanted to? Whatever it was, right? Why would I ask those questions knowing that I'm the one who's in control? Why the fuck would I give away my power because I feel like I'm not in control? And that's exactly what I was doing during that time. Because now when I ask God, I'm like, hey, are things gonna turn out the way that I want them to? God literally always says, you can do anything that you want in this world. And I do not take that lightly because it is the motherfucking truth. You can do anything that you want in this world, no matter what you see, no matter what signs you get. Listen, if you're getting a sign that's telling you not to do something, affirm that you can do it and that everything's gonna be fine even if you do it. You feel me? And that's exactly what's gonna come out of it. You're gonna be able to do what it is that you want without fear of it backfiring, without fear of it blowing up in your face, whatever the fuck. There's absolutely no worries because you know that everything's gonna turn out fine because that's what you said is gonna happen. Y'all don't know how many times God has advised me to not do something or to do something, and I was just like, nah, I'm gonna do it because this is my life and I know that everything's gonna be okay because I said that it was. And guess what? Every single time, perfectly blessed, bitch. Everything would turn out exactly the way that I wanted it to because I said that things were gonna turn out that way. And God was always just like, girl, go ahead and take control of your life because that is exactly what this is. This is my life. I'm not gonna let anything, anyone, whatever freaking source, love God, but definitely not gonna let anything outside of me take control over my life if it's not me. Like, I am the one who's gonna make it happen. I don't care. I don't care. Whether you're religious, whether you're spiritual, like whatever you are, understand that nothing has control unless you allow for it to have control over your life. I actually have a collection of books called Conversations with God, and the other day while I was chilling, one of the books from the collection fell the fuck over, and I just looked at it and I just knew that there was a message in there that I needed to hear at that time, okay? So I want to share with y'all because it is exactly what the hell the law of assumption is. Like, guys, God is coming through to let y'all know that you are in control no matter what it is that you see around you. Stop stressing so hard. Stop feeling like you're a sinner. Stop feeling like you're bad because you're doing what you want. You're the one in control. Bitch, you are the one who's in control because that is exactly what God wanted for all of us. And that is if you believe in God, if you believe in that power. In general, even if you don't, you just were born with that ability to have whatever it is that you want because that's what you want. That is what you want. I will never stop saying that because it is the truth. God always says that this is your life and you're the one who's in control, so take control of it. God is not going to come down and hold your hand and be like, okay, let's walk down the road that's going to lead you to success. No, bitch, like, he's going to guide you. You're going to get the signs if you want them to appear, but if not, it's up to you. You're the one who has to get up every day to deal with your own problems, right? You're the one who has to make your goals and go ahead and reach them, right? So who the hell else is going to lead you towards those goals, getting your dreams, whatever it is? Absolutely nobody but you. You are the one who's going to make it all happen for yourself. Well, anyway, I just went on a whole tangent, but I'm gonna go grab the book and I'm gonna show y'all exactly what page I'm talking about. I'm gonna read it to y'all because I just knew that this message had to be delivered. I'm gonna show y'all right now. Alright guys, so I got the book. It's Conversations with God, book 3. I'm gonna be putting up the pages here so that while I'm reading it, y'all can read it if you want to. Well, whatever, I'm gonna start. So basically what God says here is, one such thought which many of you share in common is your idea of insufficiency. Many of you believe at the core of your being that there is simply not enough of anything. There's not enough love, not enough money, not enough food, not enough clothing, not enough shelter, not enough time, not enough good ideas to go around, and certainly not enough of you to go around. The sponsoring thought causes you to employ all sorts of strategies and tactics in seeking to acquire what you think there is not enough of. These are approaches you would abandon at once were you clear that there is enough for everybody, or whatever it is that you desire. In what you call heaven, your ideas of not enoughness disappear because you become aware that there is no separation between you and anything you desire. You are aware that there is even more than enough of you. You are aware that you can be in more than one place at any given time, so there is no reason not to want what your brother wants, not to choose what your sister chooses. If they want you in their space at the moment of their death, the very thought of you calls you to them, and you have no reason not to race to them, since your going there takes away nothing from whatever else you may be doing. This state of having no reason to say no is the state in which I reside in at all times. You have heard it said before, and it is true. God never says no. God never says no. I will give you all exactly what you desire always, even as I've done from the beginning of time. And then the narrator says, are you really always always giving everyone exactly what they desire at any given time? And God says, yes, my beloved, I am. Your life is a reflection of what you desire and what you believe you may have of what you desire. I cannot give you what you do not believe you may have, no matter how much you desire it, because I will not violate your own thought about it. I cannot. That is the law. Believing that you cannot have something is the same thing as not desiring to have it, for it produces the same result. And then the narrator says, but on earth we cannot have whatever we desire. We cannot be in two places at once, for instance, and there are many other things we may desire but cannot have, because on earth we are also limited. And then God replies with, I know that you see it that way, and so that is the way it is for you. For one thing that remains eternally true is that you will always be given the experience you believe you will be given. Thus, if you say that you cannot be in two places at once, then you cannot be. But if you say that you can be anywhere that you wish with the speed of your thought, and can even make yourself manifest in physical form in more than one place at any given time, then you may do that. Then the narrator replies with, now you see, that's where this dialogue leaves me. I want to believe that this information is coming straight from God, but when you say things like that, I get all crazy inside because I just can't believe that. I mean, I just don't think what you've said here is true. Nothing in the human experience has demonstrated that. And then God says, on the contrary, saints and sages of all religions have been said to have done both of these things. Does it take a very high level of belief? An extraordinary level of belief? The level of belief attained by one being in 1,000 years? Yes. Does that mean it is impossible? No. Then the narrator asks, how can I create that belief? How can I get to that level of belief? And God says, you cannot get there. You can only be there. And I am not trying to play with words. I mean that. This kind of belief, what I would call complete knowing, is not something you try to acquire. In fact, if you're trying to acquire it, you cannot have it. It is something you simply are. You simply are this knowing. You are this being. Such beingness comes out of a state of total awareness. It can come out of only such a state. If you are seeking to become aware, then you cannot be. It is like trying to be 6 feet tall when you are 4'9". You cannot be 6 foot tall. You can only be what you are, 4'9". You will be 6 foot tall when you grow into that. When you are 6 feet tall, you will then be able to do all these things that 6 foot tall people can do. And when you are in a state of total awareness, then you will be able to do all the things that beings in a total state of awareness do. Do not therefore try to believe that you can do these things. Try instead to move to a state of total awareness. Then belief will no longer be necessary. Complete knowing will work its wonders. Alright, y'all. Really? Are y'all fucking kidding me? Listen to me right now. You can do whatever the hell it is that you want. You can be, have, do whatever the fuck you want, because this is your life. Y'all heard it from God himself, the man speaking up, because it is the truth. If you want to do, be, whatever it is, have what you want, you can do it all because you said so. It is not a state of trying to get there. It's not about what am I doing wrong. It's not about what can I do next. No, bitch, you are it already. You already have it, but you need to step into the power of truly having it. And y'all can see here that with that being said, this is a natural thing. Even within the spiritual world, whatever it is that y'all want to call it, literally it is a known fact. It is energy. No matter what God you believe in, they will all say the same thing, that you are the energy that you believe that you are. And if you want to have everything that you want, step into the energy of having everything that you want. If you feel like it is impossible to get what you want, then how can you expect to have what you want? Do you truly want what you want if you keep telling yourself that you can't have it? No, bitch. If you really want what you want, you're going to make sure that you fucking get it, because there are no excuses when it comes to this. Absolutely not one single excuse, y'all. I want to read one more part of the book to y'all because this one really sticks out to me, and I feel like it will stick out to y'all too. The narrator says, I want to do that, but I don't know how. Give me a tool, not just platitudes. And God said, good, that's fair. So here's a tool. Act as if. Act as if you were all one. Just start acting that way tomorrow. See everyone as you. Everyone as you pushed out. Just having a difficult time. See everyone as you, just wanting a fair chance. See everyone as you, just having a different experience. Try it. Just go around tomorrow and try it. See everyone through new eyes. Then start acting as if there's enough. If you had enough money, enough love, enough time, what would you do differently? Would you share more open, freely, equitably? I don't even know what that means. But bitch, what would you do if you had everything that you could ever want? This, to me, shifted my entire perspective, because once I realized that this is just the way that this world works, I knew that I had more than enough to go around 100 million times. I am not greedy. I share everything that I have. I give my time to whatever it is that I want to give my time to. I have no fears anymore, because I know that everything that I do will be given back to me. It's not even being stolen from me. But the simple fact here is that there is more than enough to go around 100 million times. No matter what you believe in, no matter what you practice, no matter what you preach, at the end of the day, we are all energy, and the only thing that we're doing with our energy is either stepping into the power of having what we want or stepping out of that power, moving on. Absolutely nothing else. Along with this, one of the things that I always tell myself is that whenever I do something or whenever I spare something of mine, I always know that I'm gonna get it back times 3, right? The reason that I say that these things are going to come back to me is because I want to implement the fact that there is good karma in my life. Having karma exist in your life is 110% a choice. If you don't want any of your actions to affect anything, then they don't have to. But personally speaking, I do keep karma in my life. I choose to keep karma in my life because I do want to have an equal balance of everything. I just like knowing that I can be straightened out. Like, I like to learn lessons. I like to proceed on in my life, picking up on the things that I learn about and then using it in my own life, okay? So that's a personal preference. Like, if you don't want karma to exist, go ahead and choose that it doesn't. But for me personally, again, I do choose that karma exists because one, I love knowing the fact that I'm gonna get amazing karma every time I do something good. And guess what? I literally always get something good handed right back to me because of what I'm doing. And I don't ever do anything out of getting good karma, definitely not. But I always keep in mind that whenever I do these things, that something good is gonna come back to me because I have pure intentions and that I do want to help somebody out. And that's exactly how I manifest that good karma into my life, because I say every single time I do something like this, something good is gonna come back to me, and it always does. I've been able to cancel out bad karma. I've been able to cancel out even fucking good karma, like whatever it is. I've been able to manifest, move, shift, whatever in my life the way that I want it because I wanted it that way. Like, it's up to me. No karma is gonna determine anything for me unless I give it power to do that. That's also why when I give psychic readings, like I've said in another video, I always tell the person that I'm doing the reading for that what I'm saying is not set in stone, no matter how much they think it is, because at the end of the day, they are the ones who are in control. Whatever I'm picking up on is just what's gonna happen in that moment, but that can always change. Like, no energy stays still if you don't want it to stay still. It is all a personal preference, and me allowing for this to exist in my life is completely up to me, but it does exist because I want it to, because I like feeling that energy around me. I manifest that energy because I want it to be there, and that's all. That's literally all. If you don't want that to affect you, then don't let it. But if you do, go ahead and affirm that it does. Like, whatever it is, it's up to you. So yes, 110% you can believe in angels, spirit guides, God, the universe, angel numbers, seeing signs, whatever it is, like all of it, astrology even, if you want to, because it's up to you. And if you don't want certain things to affect you within the spiritual world, then don't let it. Just like I said before, I don't let my bad placements affect me because, bitch, no they don't. Like, the fuck? I'm gonna use all of the things that I see to the best of my ability because I want the best for myself. And if I don't want it to affect me, then it simply won't because I said so. And that's exactly how I believe in God, I believe in angels, I believe in Jesus, everything. And I still use the law of assumption because it's all a personal preference, it's all a choice. You have the ability to do whatever it is that you want in this lifetime. There are no limits, absolutely not one limit. So if you want things your way, go ahead and have it your way, but that is up to you. And so with that being said, guys, that's basically it for my video. Thank y'all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I intend that this video helps to the best of its ability, and I know that it did because, guys, stop beating yourself up in the name of God. Stop beating yourself up in the name of religion or spirituality. Whatever it is, y'all can do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care what you believe in. If you want things to fly your way, they're gonna fly your way because that's what you want. You are empowered, you're in control, you are the most powerful being in your own life. God will tell you himself, and yes, I use he, him pronouns because that's what I'm used to, but whatever you want to call spirit, whatever you want to call God, Allah, the universe, whatever, God knows that you are the one in control. And if you don't want anything outside of you to affect you, like I said, you do not have to let it affect you. If you see an angel number that you don't want to resonate with, bitch, it's not resonated with. Fuck that angel number. Like, whatever it is, nothing has to go if you don't want it to, because this is your life. This is your life. This is your life. If you want good karma to exist, shit, it exists times 10, but that's because you said that it does. If you don't want karma to exist, then it doesn't. If you don't want to deal with the bullshit, then you don't have to. If you don't want to deal with whatever the fuck, you don't have to. Yeah, like I said before, I talk to God every single day. Y'all think that that makes any difference in my life? I mean, yeah, I love the loving energy, I feel it, but God knows that if I want something done my way, and if I want it done now, it's going to be done right now, because that's what I want, because God is inside of me, empowering within my control inside of me, bitch. Like, God and me coexist as one. You and God coexist as one. We are all gods in our own reality, in our own lifetimes, because that is what was meant for us. The biggest mistake that I think that many people have made for centuries, for fucking millions of years, is that they always felt like they were never in control. And that's exactly why so many people dealt with such shitty circumstances, is because they thought that that was what was normal, that was the way it was supposed to be, or whatever it was. But at the end of the day, that absolutely was never the case. Never truly the case, at least, because in their minds they made it that way. And that's exactly how in their lifetimes they manifested the most biggest bullshit for themselves, because they said that that was what life was going to serve them. Well, in this lifetime, I'm not settling for less than best, and you're not either. Absolutely not. If you want things to go your way, they absolutely can and will. You can be the most spiritual girl out here, the most spiritual boy out here, and you can still rely heavily on the law of assumption to get what you want, because at the end of the day, guys, there are no rules. If you say it's possible, then it's fucking possible, because you said that it is. is no excuses, no lies, no limitations, nothing that's gonna hold you back except for you. So don't be the reason that you don't get what you want because you're afraid, because this and that, because the Bible. I don't care what it says. I don't care. If you don't want it to affect you, then it simply doesn't, because you said so. Now, if you want to go ahead and let it affect you, go right ahead. I've seen many people who've done this to themselves, drive themselves crazy. Fine by me, but that's a personal preference. But for me personally, I'm not gonna deal with it. God is by my side. God works around whatever I say because that's my life. That's the way that it works for me. I am in control to the max, and that is no disrespect to God. Don't think of it that way. Like, don't think that, oh, I'm being disrespectful. It doesn't have to be that. Listen, God intended it that way, okay? God intended for it to be that way. It's supposed to be that way. And I'm not saying you gotta be like, God, you can't do anything. Like, no, don't be rude either. You feel me? But just know that you're the one in control. Like, this is your life. This is your life. Nothing has to go unless you say that it does. Not absolutely not a fucking thing. Not a single thing. And that is a personal preference. Alright, my guys. Alright, I will see y'all this Wednesday for another video. Thank y'all so much again for watching. God bless y'all. Please take care, everybody. And do not let religion, spirituality, whatever the fuck, be the reason that you don't get what you want. You're the one in control. No matter what you see around you, you are the one in control. Take advantage of that and stop playing with your power. Bye. Genuine question, guys. Do y'all not want to be in control? Are you gonna let religion, spirituality, whatever the fuck you see, determine what goes for you and what doesn't? Baby girl, if you don't want the evil eye to affect you, it doesn't have to affect you. If you don't want to deal with that hating ass energy or whatever the Bible says, then don't deal with it. At the end of the day, no matter what's said, God knows that you're in control. And that's exactly what God wants you to know too. Start taking advantage of your power and do not abandon that power in the name of fear. You're the one in control, baby girl. Literally, you are the one. Be the one. Be the fucking one. And do not give it up until you get what you want, because you absolutely will.